Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly, even if the answer is just for you. When you write a caption, what are you actually trying to do? Are you trying to inform? Are you trying to explain? Or are you trying to connect? Because this is one of the most common and most fixable major marketing mistakes I see, especially with newer artists. Your captions are saying things, but they're not inviting anything. No response, no reflection, no doorway for someone else to step into the conversation. And then it feels confusing because you're posting consistently, your work is beautiful, but the engagement feels flat. So you start to wonder if the algorithm hates you or if people just don't care. But most of the time, it's not visibility that's missing. It's permission for the viewer to respond. Here's what I mean. A lot of times, captions sound like this. I loved creating this design today. This was such a fun appointment. Oh, I'm obsessed with how this stain turned out. And none of those are wrong, but they're closed statements. They end the conversation before the conversation ever truly began. The person reading it has nowhere to go, and connection requires an opening. Conversation doesn't start because people are told what happened. It starts because they're invited to reflect, respond, or relate. This is where newer artists often hesitate because you don't want to sound salesy. You don't want to feel awkward. You don't want to beg for comments. So you avoid calls to action altogether. But here's the reframe I want you to hear clearly. A call to action is not a demand, okay? And invitations can be gentle. They can be human. They can be curious even. They can even be quiet and delicate. Sometimes all it takes is one simple line. Have you ever felt like this? Does this remind you of someone? Would you choose something bold like this or keep it subtle? Those aren't sales tactics. They are conversation starters. And conversation is how trust is built. Clients don't book because your caption was clever. They book because over time, they feel like they know you. They feel safe responding. They feel seen. They feel acknowledged. And none of that happens if your captions don't leave space for them to actually engage and participate in the conversation. Here's another important truth about this mistake. You don't need a different call to action for every single post. You just need a direction. Comment, save, share, DM, tag. That's it. Without direction, most people won't act, not because they don't want to, but because they're passive scrollers. Your job isn't to convince them either. Your job is to guide them. And this is where confidence comes in. New artists often think, well, who am I to ask people to engage? But you're not asking for a favor. You're opening a door to them. You're saying, you're welcome here. I want to involve you in this. That's powerful. So let me ground this in something practical because I want you to walk away from this knowing exactly how to correct this mistake and not just understand it. So here's your actionable task, okay? For your next 3 captions, not forever, just the next 3. Write them with intention at the end. Decide in advance what you want the reader to do. 1 caption invites a comment, 1 invites a save, 1 invites a DM. That's it. And the call to action doesn't need to be loud. It can be as simple as, tell me which one you would choose. Save this if you want to come back to it. DM me if you're planning something special. That small shift changes how people interact with your content. And over time, it changes how visible you become, not because you've chased engagement, but because you've made space for it. If this feels uncomfortable at first, it's okay, I get it. Confidence grows through repetition, and connection grows through consistency. And captions are one of the easiest places on earth to start practicing both. Inside of the Hennapreneur app, we break this down even further with things like caption frameworks, call to action examples, and real world rewrites so that you're never staring at a blank screen wondering what to say or how to end a post. You don't need to become louder, okay? You don't need to be more markety. You just need to stop ending the conversation before it even started.